Great. All right. Are you starting to feel warm? Right on. Cool. So I was thinking actually the first segment of the class is a few drills that we're just going to do everybody together, and it's going to be focused on actually the kneeling entrance to different handstand shapes. All right. So it's just going to be some basic technique and fine tuning of technique, working on the kneeling entry into mostly tuck actually, but the general principles is going to be applicable to all different kinds of entrances from the kneeling position. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is just going to be finishing up our warm up, but it's also going to tie up nicely to the drills. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a few repetitions of the acrobat's morning prayer. So. All right. So from a kneeling position, hands at about the same, kind of beside our knees. I'm going to try to push into the floor, keep as much weight as I can in my hands. And I'm going to come out into this position, hold it for a little bit, and slowly come back down. See if I can control it as much as possible just through my shoulders and my arms, but using the legs to help as much as needed. All right. I'm just going to do 3 to 5 repetitions. Good. Very good. All right. Next up, we're going to do basically the same thing, but now instead of trying to control just through the hands, we're going to allow a bit of momentum from the legs to help. So I'm going to go from this position. So usually the placement of the hands is going to be somewhere close to the knees. It might be nicer for you to allow them to, for some of you to have the hands a little bit in front of your knees. If you have them in front, then you're going to start the movement by moving your shoulders over the hands before you put the legs into play. But otherwise, I just want you to think that you're going to put the hands on the floor, push into the floor already from the shoulders, and I'm going to go straighten my legs completely and come to standing. All right. So just want you to focus on the feeling of straightening my legs completely and standing. All right. We're just going to do that a few times.
I think cool. Nice.
Good. Albert and Thor, see if you can do it where you land on your straight legs to standing and then come down. Right on. Otherwise, what I want you to do now is just try to do the same thing, but just go a little bit higher. All right. I still don't want you to. I know some of you can go to completely up into the handstand like this, but for now, I just want you to not go all the way up. Don't try to catch balance. Just focus on going a little bit higher with the hip. Focus on keeping the legs straight. So it's just going to be a little bit higher and coming down. You can also just go a little bit higher and go all the way down, straight down if you feel comfortable doing that. All right, a few repetitions like this. Great. All right, we're going to move on. And we're just going over it pretty quickly because it looks pretty nice, very fast. All right. So as many of you probably know, the easiest, for most people, the easiest kneeling entrance is going to be into the tuck position. And the way we've been working right now is a little bit closer to the pike position, right? But the only thing it requires us to change to make it into a tuck entrance for now actually is that as soon as we straighten our legs and as soon as I lose contact with the floor of my feet, I just close into my tuck position. All right, so it's going to look like this. I'm going to see if I can make it a little bit slow. So I'm going to straighten my legs completely and just come into the tuck. All right, so in more of a realistic tempo, I just think that as soon as I take off, I close in. But see if you can get the feeling of getting your legs completely straight before you lose contact with the ground. All right. And you can play around with, see if you can either just stay in the tuck, but also do a few repetitions where you just try to tuck in, tuck out. All right. Cool.
Was there a specific way out also? Or no?
No specific way out. It's also just like if you're gonna do it, jump into the tuck and out of the tuck, just try to straighten your legs completely to get contact with the floor. A little rough on the landing tour, but it's good on the way up. Good, Hilda. Nice, Clara. Good, good, good. All right. You're going to have two options now. We're just going to spend just a little bit more time on this specific exercise, but you can either do a few more tries, just the same as we've been doing right now, or you can see if you can keep your legs straight, and we're just going to do it into a pike up. All right, so the pike up will just look like this. We'll just straighten our legs and keep them straight on the way up, and don't hit the lamp. All right. And if you want an extra challenge, then we're going to do the pike up, but we're going to try to just stop it in the pike position. All right.
It's okay to open the shoulders for the pikes.
I just want you to be aware that it's a choice, Hilla. So if you choose to do it with open shoulder, that's fine, but don't do it by accident.
It's just so much easier. It's like...
Andreas. Good. God opgang der, Thor. Nice. Nice, Andreas. All right, peeps. All right, we're gonna just move on to the next one. I just want to say, like, if you want to try play around a little bit more with the entrance straight into the pike position, like usually it feels like you have to use less power than you think is often the case, and it can also feel like you have to think less up and more to the front. Actually, that can help sometimes. All right, but the next one is a bit of a fun coordination-wise one. And usually when I teach people to do kick-ups, one of the exercises I sometimes use is just the one we just work on the motion and getting control and doing this kind of coordination exercise, right? And this is basically the advanced version of that. So it's going to be from a hunter squat, fisherman squat, or just half kneeling position, right? So I'm kneeling on one leg and the other one in front of me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my hands in the ground in front, lean my shoulders over my hands, and then I'm going to take off from this position, change leg position, and come back down on the other side. All right? So the first few times you do it, try to do it in slow motion. Don't worry about the height. Just try to see if you can get your brain around the movement. All right? Lift the leg, kick up, change, and come down. And once you have that fixed, then you can try to add a little bit of height, maybe add going all the way up to the handstand before coming down on the other side. All right? Give it a whirl.
So funny.
Good. Good save, Albert. All right, you're gonna get a few more attempts at this. We're gonna work on a little bit more. Just a bonus thing to work on if you catch the balance in the position, and that is just incorporating a little bit of the sequence that we've been working on some of the other times. So instead of just going up and changing like this, you can also go up and catch the balance here, and then change position like this, as you go down on the other side. All right? If you don't have the balance solid when you go up for now, then you're just gonna go up as you've been doing so far. All right?
Yes.
Right on. Good.
Oi.
Albert, it was so good on the way up, and not so catastrophic on the way down.
How can you not love
All right. Okay, so Andreas, Clara, and Hilda, when you're doing this shift with the legs, this kind of sequence, if you want to, the next few times you try it, just see if you can make the whole sequence fluid, so there are no breaks. All right, that would be the goal at least. So it's okay if you have to stop in a position to get balance, but see if you can get into do the kick up, but don't stop the motion completely. See if you can continue the motion. And when you get into this position, don't stop and go down. See if you can come into the position and already be a little bit on your way to get down again. All right? Just get a little bit more fluid.
I forgot to say for that.
Godt for.
It's not very good.
Albert and so it's looking very good with these ones.
Thank you. Merci.
So actually, Albert and so I think we're gonna move on. So let's do kick up with your back towards the wall, and your goal is to not, to catch it freestanding. But if you go up against the wall, don't worry about it. You're just gonna spend some time just working on heel pulls. And I want to see also because I want to see you, Albert, actually stand, in a full handstand now that I have the chance.
Oh, pressure. Okay, cool.
All right.
Maybe if Hilda moves, no, she's visible. No, if we are on the side, we can do it there.
Yeah, okay.
It's better to see from the side.
You want to switch on this side?
It's not possible.
So I start actually. Just
Or you can get one of these ones.
All right.
No, you can put the mirror on the other side, so then it's like. You can do it on the
Oh, it's okay. This is very good. This is very good. Thank you so much.
whatever. Outside.
All right. Clara, Hilda, and Andreas. You remember we played around a little bit with kind of some chaotic movements last time. Don't worry if you don't. We're just going to do a little bit more of this kind of thing, because I was thinking that you could also just get to play around a little bit with this chaotic going from tuck into a full, where you actually use this movement to create just a light, tiny jump actually motion from yeah, on the hands, which can be a fun thing to play around with. All right. So first thing we're going to do is just we're going to go into a tuck position, and we're going to just do a fast kick up and down with the other leg. All right. So kind of like, let's see if I can do it here without hitting a land. Gonna go into my tuck position, and I'm gonna go up, down. All right. You also feel free to don't go straight up. You can also go a little bit out to the side, or you can even go straight out to the side to play around a little bit with the directions. All right. But fast movement in out.
Yeah.
All right, and when I say fast, I mean the goal is to make it really fast out and in. You can start a little bit slower to get a feeling for it.
Shit, that's so tall. 2.5 meters.
Very nice, Albert.
Thank you.
Right. That's good, Tor. Very good. All right, Tor and Albert. Switch it around a little bit. Let's do it with the chest towards the wall instead. Can I see one with that?
Cool, we'll try that.
Nice, Andreas. Good. That's actually, we're gonna move on to that now. That's good. So what Andreas is doing, you all, Clara, Hilda, and Andreas, we're gonna spend some time playing a little bit with that. So the same thing as before, now we've just been doing it one leg. Now we just try to do it with both legs, all right? So I'm kicking up with both legs, and then I'm straightening down, all right? I'm not trying to do anything with my shoulders. I just want to maintain a strong push from the shoulders, all right? So before you move your legs, you might want to push just a little bit stronger from the shoulders than usually, and try to see if you can get a quick up and down motion with the legs. Don't worry about actually getting some takeoff with the hands. That's fine if you don't do that now. You just want to do it once and see how that feels.
That's such a shitty story to tell me before the open this wall.
Good, Clara. Nice. Good, Andreas.
You, Albert.
Nice, Albert. Good, Hilda. All right. So a few things about this kick, this jump on the hands. First of all, you basically got this down, but you want to be aware of the fact that as we're going up and down, when we start the quick movement, we're accepting that we're not trying to balance as we move the legs. We're trying to make a quick movement and then find the balance again. Okay, the direction is actually looking good with the legs because one is more or less up and down, which is looking pretty nice. But just be aware of this, not actually be aware of, but the way that we make it not so hard as we fall down is actually this closing back down with the legs. So the straightening of the legs is what's going to allow us to get a little bit of takeoff, and closing down with the legs fast is actually going to take a bit of momentum and drop out of the feeling. All right, but otherwise you're just going to keep doing the same. We're just going to do a little bit more. Once
try to like resist with the legs to make it. I feel like I always just fall back down whenever I jump. Should I like try to, I don't know, stop it a bit higher than my normal tuck? Or
yeah, it's fine to stop a little bit higher. Try that actually. Yeah. All right, Andreas and Clara, for you guys as well, you can try to do it with a little bit less deep of a tuck than you usually do. Tor, nice.
Thank you.
Okay, Tor and Albert, let's do a few tucks with the back to the wall. So just get a feeling for the tuck with the back to the wall. And then I think we're going to spend some time playing with changing the shapes as well.
Cool. Yes, yes.
Great.
After training, you gotta hear this over It's amazing.
Nice, Clara. Very good. Good. Nice one, people. Good to see you catch someone. All right. When you start to be able to, do a jump and then catch it, then you can start to see if you can link two together. All right. So kick up, kick up. So
straight from we're very fast up, right? Or as fast as we can.
Anna, let's see if I can do it now without destroying a land. So it's like.
That's such a party trick. Imagine them doing this circle.
Yeah. And then down like.
Yeah. And then windmills.
Do stuff on the hands. You're like, oh, can you walk on your hands? It's every time on that.
Hey!
Great. Hi, Sheila. All right. So the way I would go about it, when you can do one some of the times, two is still pretty hard. Basically, anytime I want to add a few numbers on these kind of things, then I would say that, okay, if I do one jump and I succeed, that's nice, but I have to do 2 or 3 jumps in a row with just one jump before I start giving a try with 2 jumps. All right. And then if I fail 2 to 3 jumps in a row where I try to go for 2, then I go back to just going for 1. Does it make sense? I'm always like changing the difficulty level that I'm working at.
But succeeding in 2, that means catching balance after 2, right?
Yeah, but it can be kind of a feeling because, you know, of course you're not you're succeeding if you catch it really solidly. But if you feel like I basically had it, but I just lost concentration and fall down, then it's up to you to judge whether or not it's you still count it as a success or not. Good. Nice, Albert. Fine. All right, Albert, just come down. It's fine. It's good. Good, Thor. Okay. Thor and Albert. Let's just go. You go into the tuck. Find once you have the balance in your tuck position, then you just try to straighten up to the full. All right. And just hold it. If you manage to hold the full, you know, then you've basically won. Just hold a few seconds. You can come down. You are free to try to go down into the tuck again, but don't sweat it.
Sure.
Yes, folks.
Great. Okay. Hilda and Clara and Andreas.
Yes.
I think we should do a little bit of pike / head in work as well. How do you feel about that?
Good. Yeah. Ready.
Right on. All right. So I want you to pick one of the entrances that we worked on in the beginning. So either like the one from the hunter thingy up, or the tuck up, or the pike up. And then I just want you to let's just work on the pike position in the beginning. So you're either just gonna go into the deepest tuck you can. No, actually you're gonna hold either like the Sasha Classic or get into the pike position, and then you can choose to add the head in motion.
And it's from going up. It's from
Yeah,
kneeling
the
position.
fisherman.
Yeah, but you can go up into the full position and then go into the pike position. All right. And Hilda, I want you to, for now, for this drill, I want you to try to not arch it. All right. So maybe go for the Sasha Classic, and you're gonna get an extra challenge. All right, Albert. Control is good. You're just extending this way instead of this way. All right. So try next time. See if you can get a little bit closer to the wall, and either try to actually keep contact with the wall. Then you're gonna have to be pretty close to the wall. But probably even better, just try to imagine that you're following the wall, line up with your legs.
Wait.
An English speaker version, maybe.
Yeah, Thor. Hilda,
Yeah.
looking good with the position.
What?
It's looking good, the position.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like the 7 normally is like, yeah, I can just hold it. But now it's like,
Yeah. You can next time actually try to go into the Sasha Classic, but then try to open up into the full pike and see if you can maintain the nice flat back.
Let's try that again.
Very good, Clara. Okay, Clara, you can try. Swap a little bit between them, but a challenge for you would be going from a straight handstand and then bending straight down into the pike.
okay.
Yeah. And that. Andres Caicedo. Try to push, open up a little bit more on the shoulders. In the pike. Yeah. Good, 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 good. Much better, Andres. Position is very nice now.
Thank you.
Good, Clara.
Yeah, I don't really feel it.
Good, Albert.
Because then either you keep this way because this is straight. And you should go right.
Good, Hilda. Okay, Hilda. Next time, can you try to also, like you just told Clara, go from a straight and try to lower down into the pike. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
And still with the focus and keeping the back straight. Right on.
You are the same kind. Yeah, Hilda.
Very nice. But it's funny, Hilda, because you go down and you start, when you start to lower, you start by arching. And then as you get a little bit lower, then you correct it and push out in the right way from the shoulders.
Wait. At first, what I do?
So you start by lowering your legs. And as you start to lower them, you
And
start.
Okay.
And then as you get closer to the parallel, then you push out from the shoulders and you stop arching and push into position.
Okay, and I should not at any point. I
I would say don't change anything right now. Just give them one more try. It was just fun to see. Andres? Are you feeling up to doing maybe a pike with the head in? Try to see that.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yes.
Can I practice straddle with head in?
Yes, that's a good idea, Clara.
Very good idea.
What should I crack? With the head-
So what?
What should I do with the head in?
Don't make your progress on that.
Can we start with the Sasha Classic with the head in, Hilda? And if that works nice, I think we should also do see if we can do the pike with the straight back and the head in.
Everything with the straight back.
Yeah.
Good point, Mikael.
No, but it's good, Andreas.
Thank you.
Okay, Albert and Thor. We're just gonna play a little bit with another shape. All right. So I just want you to go into a full position, like the straight handstand, and go into the straddle. All right. And you just, if you go from the full and into the straddle and you get balance in the straddle, that's a win. Then you've succeeded the set. But see if you can continue just like changing shapes. All right. But find balance in the shape, change, find balance, change, find balance.
Are we gonna do it against the wall or freestanding?
I think you should do your kick up with the wall behind you. So you're aiming to not use the wall, but we want to, if we don't manage to catch the balance, we still want to be able to work on our balance set.
That's a sign that you're on the easy place. Then you can have the easiness for the heading and then correct them.
Also, but I tried to go head in here.
Already the struggle.
Good, Clara.
Sorry, everyone. Are you okay? Oh, shit.
Fine.
Who was it? Me?
No, it was actually you, Hilda.
I couldn't.
It's nice, just like whenever you actually managing to keep the back flat, Hilda. It's so good.
Yeah, I feel I'm so used to the open shoulders. So whenever I go through straddle or with the head in especially, I'm just really trying to, or the only cue that I've had from it is from Sunniva, like really reach with the head and open the shoulders as much as you can. So now I'm very stuck to that, but it's good.
Yeah, but it's also because that's fine to use for so many things. But I also know you can do that. So it's just nice to work on controlling the other one, and also it's gonna it's gonna help you get that press.
Yeah. No, it's super good.
Yeah.
It's good to have these press muscles because I can do now like sometimes one and then I take a break and one and like take a break. But like having it solid is not yet quite there.
Actually, Hilda and Clara, we don't have so much time now. Also, you, Andreas, actually, you can also try this one. It's gonna be nice for all of you to try. But it's just, have you guys tried to do the sideways press?
Like a pocket press.
Yeah, but I think puppy press is also like kind of to the front. So it's like a cartwheel entrance to handstand, but yeah, exactly.
With the straight leg up, or doesn't matter. Like
Good, Claire. You can do what you prefer, but for some people, it's easier to get the leg into position while it's bent and then straighten it to get more weight over your hands. Okay, but the same as Clara did, what you can think about is, you know, as I get into position, oopsie, so my foot is pointed this way, hand doesn't have to be in line with foot. You can also be a little bit on the outside. So you can see here, foot is pointed this way. Depending on the flexibility, you might want to be in line if you're very flexible, or you want to be more a little bit to this side. And just as Clara did before, I'm going to bring my leg up and over, and then I'm going to go up on my toes on this foot to push myself into position.
Or like leaning a bit like a press, or trying to be more sideways like a flash shot touch ground, or somewhere in between.
It's a little bit of a mix.
Yeah, okay.
But it's also this leg that you bring to the front and straightening.
Yeah.
If you can open up your straddle more, then this leg straightening is going to move your weight more on top of your hands.
Yeah.
That's also, like you see, the very flexible people, they can do this pretty effortlessly because it's very nice to make use of this.
Like Clara.
Good, Hilda. Nice, Andreas. All right, Hilda, I think straightening the bent leg, but really think straightening to the side is going to help you make it a little bit easier.
Easy.
Yeah, better. Okay, here, let's try one now. Hilda, you can also try. This is just like to get the movement down. It's just going into a straight handstand and then trying to go as slow as you can. It's basically doing it like a negative. So I'm going into my straight handstand and I'm trying to just control it all the way down to a standing position. Nice. And then you just reverse the movement. Just. Yeah. Nice, Hilda. Good, Andreas.
Something happened.
What do you do? Was something up. I was sitting. Then I went like, ooh. Then when I left, it like right into his knee.
Ow.
I don't get it.
Oh my god.
Are you okay, Albert? Or did the toe break you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm okay.
That's good.
Flashback to breaking Marcus's hand.
Did you really?
Watch out.
What's he do? What's he do that broke his hand? I was not here that day.
All right. Yeah, just do one more. Good. So. Let's see. Good, Albert. Okay, Torn, Albert.
Yeah.
Like, okay, class is almost over. Just want to say, it's nice to see both of you. You know, you're getting some nice holds, just holding the position for balance. And you should just keep working on like increasing, spending some time just holding the position. But you can just easily, you're at a position where it's a good idea also just to add in this kind of play with changing between the positions a little bit, but changing around a little bit. Right, so some holding and some changing positions. And as you get a little bit more solid in the changing of positions, then you're gonna, it's gonna make sense to spend less time on just holding positions. But it's just holding the basic positions, because you got the full coming, under control. Tuck is starting to look good as well. And we just want to also, straddle. And once we have those three, then it's pretty easy to learn things like the diamond, the frog. It's make all kinds of nice movements. It's just spending more time playing around with also these transitions.
Thank you, Mikkel. Getting closer to next level.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. I will move so you can see the others.
All right, people, class is almost over. I just want to say a few things about this sideways press. And good job today, guys. Oh yeah, bring her over, Andreas. That's good. Great. All right. Good job today, guys. It was nice to see all of you. Also, you three get the sideways press. All of you. Nice. You can also play around with bringing it. We did it very sideways now. You can also bring it more to the front, and it's going to be a little bit more like a regular press. Not completely, because you are going to be able to, get more of your body stacked into position already. But what is also nice about it, first of all, it's going to transfer nicely into doing an entrance from, a cartwheel into a handstand and just holding it, because you're going to be able to take a slow-mo cartwheel just into a handstand and hold it. But also, once you start to get interested on working on one-arm presses, then the movement is basically the same. It's just on one arm. And the more weight, the more you can place your hip on top of your hands, the easier it's going to get into position. So if you are able to make good use of your flexibility and lift your leg into place like this, it is actually possible to make the one-arm press like relatively effortless. I mean, you're not going to get it without practicing it, but it is going to help a lot. All right. Which is awesome.
Thank you for today.
Thank you, Mikkel.
Thank you, guys.
I'm very sorry, me and Adult's behavior of laughing a lot today.
It was nice to be able to join you at the school for a little bit of training.
Super nice and also quite weird having this big TV.
Yeah, I can imagine it. It's also a little bit weird. Like the camera is one place and I can see you all looking at a different spot. But it's all good.
But it's awesome. Hope you can soon come. Bye.
Come. Bye. No, it's not like.
Do you know when are you guys actually? When are you gonna have your graduation or your finishing show? Do you know that yet?
So probably in June at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would like to come by, but I also have to. I have to make time also for finishing my master thesis at some point.
Hey.
So I have to be a little bit tactical, but I'm turning it in the 1st of June. So I'm kind of pushing all the awesome things that I want to do is kind of maybe going to be after that.
Okay, but 14th and 15th of May we have a cabaret. Just FYI, if you want to see.
Oh yeah, that's nice. And that might be. That could be nice.
There's no Facebook event.
Not yet.
All right, people, but I have to take off. Have a lovely day and thank you for.
Take care, Mikkel.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.